Hey folks, it's John with KGTropicals.com. Today is the day to do the walkthrough of this 240 gallon tank. Now you've seen this on a whole bunch of videos, and from far away it might look pretty good. Like say from this distance you see a few big venustus, you see the fronts, everything looks beautiful, bunch of OBs. When we get a little closer, you're going to see why it is that I'm doing this. It's not terrible by any stretch, but it's ready. It's ready for an overhaul, and I can't wait to get started. But I wanted to show you what we have now, because that way, you know, when this project is done, you can come back and watch this and say, whoa, look at the transformation. So sorry about the old door there, the glare. It's just something that we have to deal with. So starting with the interior of the tank, you can see we've got a lot of natural stones in here. These things weigh a ton. I'm always nervous that they're going to fall and break the glass. So again, thank you to the good folks over at Universal Rocks for contributing some of the artificial rocks that look better than these. So that's going to be really cool. They only weigh a pound or two each, and they look, like I said, they look more real than these rocks do. But we got all different kinds of rocks in here. I actually hate it. I actually like kind of a minimalist decor in tanks. This is way too busy for me, but you know, it's the first tank people see when they come in. So I wanted it to look nice, and I figured the majority of people like a busy tank like that, but I don't. So you're gonna see a drastic change when this tank gets done. It's gonna be very simple, but it's gonna look amazing. So these rocks are all piled up in the corner, both corners actually, and that's actually on purpose. We've got our overflows, which I'll show you from the other side as well, but we've got our 1.25 inch PVC overflows in the back corner. They work extremely well, but they're not the most attractive thing in the world. So these rock formations here kind of hide that. And then you do see the down tube there for a Penguin 350. It's on there because we were cycling it to put it on another tank, and then we never put it on another tank. So that's why that's there. That's coming out. It's not going to stay for the project. The background now is orange. It's just painted orange. Like I said, I'm going to scrape that off and see how the glass looks on the other side, because of, I don't know if I can get it to show up on camera. It's one of those things that it bothers me and Lisa more than it bothers anyone else, but there is a lot of scratches. And I don't know how well it shows up. Kind of put it up against the fish there, you see that? I mean, it's bad. And what makes it even worse is the person who owned this tank before us, there was scratches on it, and he tried to fix the scratches by sanding them with sandpaper. I know. What do you want me to say? So the scratches actually look worse. If he had left them alone, they would look fine, but he didn't. So look at that big old pleco. It's 18 inches. It's a big dog. There's another nice big scratch there. So it's kind of a shame to have, look at the lanai, he's trying to, it's a shame to leave those scratches on there, because, you know, this tank is going to look so gorgeous when it's done. It'd be a shame if they're on there. So hopefully we can take care of that. And I'm not going to try to rub them out, so anybody who wants to suggest that, I'm not going to do it. My other business, I actually work with finishing furniture for a living, and so I know how to use sandpaper, but I'm not going to put it on glass. Now I wanted to talk about the substrate. Looking at it up close, you can tell what it is. It's kind of a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of stuff. German Red wants to say hi. This is a combination of a whole bunch of different substrates. It looks pretty good, it looks cool, but got to go, because we're setting it up for the Eco-Complete African Cichlid white sand from KGTropicals. Can't wait to get started with that. So that's going to be a huge upgrade from what we have now. It's just a bunch of ground up gravel, or mixed up gravel, that we have in there. So nothing to really be excited about. More excited though to get rid of it. So all right, we're already at 4 minutes and 45 seconds, so I want to wrap this up here. Let's go down below and see what's going on. We've got our 2 overflows that empty right there into a Rubbermaid container. that is full of sponges and bio balls. It's a pretty big container. You can't really see it in here, but it works, but it's not adequate for the amount of fish that we have in the tank. So we definitely want to get that upgraded and add the FX6 onto this system. The water's a little bit low right now, but this is a 55-gallon aquarium that we're using as our sump, and we have a 2,400 gallon per hour pond pump in there that we're using to put the water back up into the tank. And yes, you do see a whole bunch of sponge filters. We're getting ready to add 6 15-gallon tanks in the store, so I put them in there so they can collect all kinds of yummy stuff. Maybe you know, get that cycle started faster. But that's a sump. You can see, I don't know how well you can see it, but the output of the pump splits right there and goes to two returns. And the returns, we actually have them centered in the tank, one there and one there, pointing opposite directions. So that's kind of how that works. And let's take a look at it from behind, then you can get a better idea of how this whole thing is going. Here's the back side of the tank. We've got our Penguin 350 there, and here's the back of the Overflows. It's all hard piped in. And then we have our two returns in the center. We got a ball valve in each one to regulate the flow, which they're both wide open. So, but they're there anyway. So the Overflows in each corner. These Overflows work extremely well. We're still going to continue using one of them, but we're going to take the other one out. I got the design for these PVC Overflows from Euro Joey. The man's a genius. You want to learn how to make something, go on his channel. King of DIY. The man knows what he's doing. That's where I got that idea from. And I had to say that so that people don't put in the comment section, he built those PVC Overflows and he's acting like it's his design, like they did with my egg tumblers, when I was very clear and said I got the idea for that on YouTube too. Anyway, I'm rambling. So the last thing to show you is the thing that is the least impressive in the whole system. Putting my hands up here because I'm taking stuff off the top and the fish think I'm going to feed them. And that is our current lighting situation. It's just two 4-foot aquarium lights. They don't even match. Come on. That's all we got. And then we have the two flexible LED strips in there that are really good, but I don't think they're really made for tanks this size. So those are getting upgraded in a big way. And we will be going to the double bright LEDs from Marineland. I can't wait to get my hands on those things and show you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk in this series about the stand too. It's something I haven't brought up yet, but this stand is actually going to get a makeover as well. And I'll talk more about that in another video, but that's the layout of the tank, folks. That's how we're doing things right now. And try to give you a good view of the whole thing. Get my tripod out of the way. Give you an overall shot of the tank. That bucket's back there because we had a leak. It shouldn't be there anymore, but there it is. That's the before shot. And when we go to the after shot, when this project is done, the transformation is going to be unbelievable. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next video. I'm going to be talking about, what am I going to be talking about? I don't know. But we're getting started with this thing. We're rolling. Thanks for watching.